Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Port Charles 411. Today we have a fan spotlight, Emily and Renee. So Emily actually wrote in, and I meant to bring this up because I pulled up her entry. It was from June 5th, 2023. So we are a month away from 3 years. So first of all, sorry.
Yep.
Secondly, thank you so much for hanging in there. And because she said that was around the time that she even started listening to the podcast. So I could understand being a new listener, having written in and being like, well, they're not even answering me.
Right.
So definitely appreciate that. But it was just so much fun talking to a mother and daughter. So we hope you enjoy our conversation.
Hi.
How are you ladies doing? Hi.
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Love your nurse's ball t-shirt.
Hey, 1999.
I have my Bensonhurst on.
Oh, I've never seen a Bensonhurst shirt. That's cute.
Thank you. Yeah, my mom got it for me. We have matching ones.
Right. We do have matching ones.
Oh,
that's awesome.
So weird to be talking to you guys or seeing you guys instead of just hearing you guys.
Yeah, we're working on that too, trying to figure out. 'Cause now I guess podcasts are like on Netflix and Hulu now, and
yeah,
people want to see who they're listening to.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Gotta change.
Put a face to the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Shannon.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Renee.
I'm Emily.
Thank you so much for first of all, your patience with the fan spotlights. Lucky definitely took longer than we thought it was going to.
We're happy to be here.
Like it was worth it though. I spent a whole year talking about him, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're very excited to be here. I am.
So why don't you just tell us a little bit about you? I know that Emily, you wrote in and shared about, how you got into the show and everything, but just, tell more to our audience.
Yes. So I have been listening to your podcast for, it's probably been 2+ years. I think I sent in that message just shortly after I started listening. And the reason I started listening is because I thought my mom and I should start a podcast to talk about GH and didn't know that there was anything out there like it. And so I took a look at, Apple Podcasts and found you guys. So I've been listening ever since. And I have been watching GH with my mom since I was really little, probably between like 7 to 9 years old, I think is what I can remember. And I just have loved it for a really long time. It's the best part of my day. And I know you guys talk about the same thing. And it's so fun to be able to share it with her and have that with her. She's been watching for far longer than I have. And it just feels so cool to be, part of, I guess, that history and share that with her and be able to talk about it with her and get irritated, about a lot of things with her most of the time and things like that. So yeah, it's just, again, my favorite part of the day. And it's great to be able to add the podcast into that because we can, continue more GH.
Right. The more GH, the merrier.
Yes.
Sometimes I save them up and I watch them all like at one time. It's just because it is very exciting. So Emily got me into this podcast, and glad that she did. I have been watching GH since I was 7. My grandmother got me started when we lived in New Jersey, and I used to come home after school. I get home about 3:00. That's when it was on the 3 to 3:30 time back in the 70s. And so she would make me my after school snack, and we'd sit and watch General Hospital together and yell at the TV and all that fun stuff. So my earliest memory of that is when Luke and Bobby came on. So that was, I think, probably the later 70s that I remember. It is a great part of my day as well. I look forward to it. Sometimes I just, say, like I said, save them up. I come home at lunchtime from my job and I'll sit down at the table and I'll just watch it, and just makes me very happy.
It's nice to have something so consistent in your life, even though it drives us crazy and people come back from the dead. It's just nice to have something that has been there and it's going to be around for a while,
Right.
more. So,
Right.
Sometimes I like when people come back from the dead also. I mean,
I do too.
nice occasionally.
yeah.
It'd be nice to know that could really happen, But yeah, it is. We do talk about. We do a lot of texting back and forth about the shows too sometimes, and we can feel each other's irritation in our texts.
Yeah. Yes. And something I failed to mention is that I used to, because you mentioned the eating, your snacks after while you're watching it, and we used to watch it on the little screen in the kitchen. We had like a little radio in the kitchen, and the screen kind of flips down. It's like literally this big, and we would gather around it at the counter and eat tuna sandwiches with cranberry juice. And some of my favorite memories are those. So. Just so special.
That is. Even though we had a big TV, we still just something about that little TV, just up close. Yeah. Very fun.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
I'm so jealous. I want that with my daughters, and none of them will get into it. I'm like, just give it a week. If you give a solid week, by Friday, you will be looking forward to Monday, and they will not do it. So
I think soap operas sometimes get a bad reputation because just what they are. Like, we sit at home and eat bonbons and watch soap operas back in the day, which is not true, But you find out that a lot of people, it's like their dirty little secret that they watch whatever their soap is that they watch. I even know of some guys that have, oh yeah, I used to watch that all the time. Don't watch it anymore. I have an older gentleman that I work with that he watches The Young and the Restless. So yeah. So I talk about General Hospital all the time with them.
Yeah, we had a lot of shame when Shannon and I were talking about it in the beginning at Girl Scouts. There was a lot of moms that were like, "Oh, you still watch those?" And we were like, "Yeah, we love GH. It's like the best thing ever." So it is funny how many people act like that's really what you get to do. I wish I got to sit around and eat bonbons and watch shows all day, but no one's actually doing that.
No, I don't even know what a bonbon
when we
is.
first started.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Like when we first started the podcast, people were like, "Seriously?" I was like, "Mm-hmm." And now here we are 7 years later. We just got picked up by a network and, it's working out.
So cool. There's so many people out there.
Right. And I think that was one of the things that kind of really drove us too, is seriously, you should start your own podcast. Just do it. I don't know of a mother-daughter one.
Right.
Hey,
I
like that idea.
Yeah.
Maybe someday in the future.
You don't necessarily have to go as crazy as we do with like the 411s and stuff. So
I'll listen to yours for now, but maybe in the future.
Now, Renee, you started watching with your grandmother. That's what.
Yes.
So did your mom not watch?
My mom worked. My grandmother lived with us from the time I was born. She always lived with us. My grandmother and grandfather we lived in a 2-family house. They lived downstairs, we lived upstairs. And then when my grandfather passed away in 1971, my grandmother obviously came to live with us. That's just the way it was. And we come from an Italian family. So it was very nice having her there all the time. She was basically my mom. She kind of raised me, but my mom worked. So no, she didn't watch it. She would sometimes watch a rerun, like we put it on the VCR when VCRs came about, and we tape it. And but she didn't get into it as much as my grandmother and I were.
See, my mom didn't work and she did not watch it, but it was me and my Grammy who would talk about it. She would tape it for me. So like when I got into high school and wasn't home, because I would get home at like 2:55. And so I was the booking it in the door, quick bathroom break, grab the snack, sit down. But then when I started working, and had band practice after school and all that stuff, like she would at least tape it for me. But she never, I guess she would watch it on and off with my mom or with my Grammy, but she never really got into it. She kind of wound up being one of those people that was like not a fan of people coming back from the dead or really against storyline changes. And it's like, come on, life changes. We gotta shift.
Yeah.
Then there's Amanda who watched all 3 with her mom.
Yes. I was lucky. My mom stayed at home, and I wouldn't say we were as faithful to All My Children and One Life to Live as we were to GH. That was the staple, but I kept up with it enough to know what was going on. And it comes in handy now whenever they talk about other characters, or when we had that short time of crossovers. I was like, I know those people. They're my friends too.
Right. Yeah, I was a big One Life to Live fan as well.
That was a good show. I was sad whenever it went off.
Yeah, I was very, very sad. It was. Did you watch that, Emily? We watched that too, didn't we?
I've definitely seen bits and pieces of the other ones, but it's so funny because they all just sound and seem ridiculous to me. GH does not, but the other ones always sound like so dramatic, and the acting seems not as good to me for some reason. But I think it's just because I love General Hospital so much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, because when the One Life to Live characters came to GH, I was totally accepting of it. They were, I think it's also the way that it's filmed, because if you watch the other ones, sometimes the way that they're filmed is, I can't explain it. I've never really dedicated time to watching, but like I'll see the clips and I'm like, that's just filmed weird. Like differently.
I agree.
It seems different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It seems very, I don't know, like somebody has a camera in their, I don't know. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like almost like someone has a camera in their living room and they're like shooting this scene, and it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
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 Very video-like or something.
Right, like a home video kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're doing it themselves.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But I have always liked when the characters would come over from other soaps, because it felt like I already knew them, even though I didn't watch those. It's like, oh, they're already in the world. It makes sense.
Yeah. And we had the most recent one was Erica Slezak. She was Victoria Buchanan.
Yeah.
Life to Live. And she came back as Monica's sister.
Yeah.
She was like there and gone.
I know. I would have liked if they kept her around longer. She was a good character on One Life to Live, so I feel like they could have really done something with her on GH other than that short little stint.
Yeah, that would have been
I mean, she could always come back as a twin, and it could always be
the evil twin.
that there is actually the connection that Ronnie is Victoria. Was it Victoria or Veronica?
Victoria.
Okay, but on the show, but on GH, she was Veronica. See, we already got that right there. Victoria, Veronica, they are twins.
There you go.
And
you should send that in.
People, we think some of the writers sometimes listen to us.
I think they could.
Or they should.
Yeah, should, for sure. Usually I rely on my mom.
Free feedback,
Yeah. Yeah, no cost to them.
Nope.
I was saying usually I rely on my mom a lot for the past stuff that's happened either on GH that I wasn't around for, or other soaps. You always know, and you're very good at predictions as well.
Thanks.
That was one of my questions. You mentioned that when you sent in your email, that she has the best predictions and is almost always right. So I have two questions.
Okay.
What is the best prediction that has ever come true?
Oh.
And then what is the most ridiculous one that you really wish had?
Oh, wow.
I guess that's kind of three, maybe. But
yeah. What one of my predictions, Emily? You think I can remember all this?
I know. Putting us on the spot here.
Yeah, that is on the spot a little bit. Oh gosh, I come up with these weird scenarios sometimes of things.
Yeah, do you have any recent ones even?
What's that?
Do you have any recent ones?
I don't think so.
that could be recent. If you think of one, let me know. We don't have to stay on
Yeah,
that
I'll let you
question.
know. I just can't think of one right at the moment.
Oh
But
my gosh, I hope I think of one, because there was a time where I remember you two had a prediction and I brought it back to her and I was like, I don't know, I don't think so. And then it ended up that I think your guys' was wrong, but hers was right. And I really want to be able to remember what it was.
I really want to know what that was.
It had to be something to do with maybe something to do with Drew last year or something like that. I'll think on it.
See, now you understand whenever you hear us on the podcast going, do we talk about this? Did we already say this?
No.
It's hard to remember the predictions that you've given just a few weeks ago. It's like it's gone.
Sometimes I forget what was happening even last year. I was like, I was jumping on this call and starting to panic. Like, oh my gosh, what do I remember? I don't remember watching General Hospital at all, ever. I got nothing.
But yeah,
in your life,
every day.
Yeah, it's every day.
Sometimes 4 times a day.
Exactly.
No, I mean, that's why we try. And then I have to remember to write down whenever we have our predictions and everything. So it's tough to keep up with it because then also because we get new stories or like a new episode 5 days a week, roughly 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year. As we get a little bit more information, it kind of shifts, so it's tough to keep it straight.
Definitely.
I really want to know what the prediction was, especially if it was about Drew, because I don't remember ever I know that we definitely probably predicted something about Drew, but
I'm sure. If I remember, I'll definitely bring it back up.
It was something to do with, I don't know. Maybe it was the whole Willow thing.
Yeah.
Willow was the one that shot him or something like that. I don't know. Was it that?
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, they hadn't even decided that
yet. Did I give something away?
No. Oh, yes. Oh, well, hey, this week's has not even shown up. We don't even have to worry about spoilers today.
I know, right?
No, because I think that Caitlin McCullen, right? That's her last name. She even said that like they hadn't actually decided who shot Drew until they went to film it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That makes sense.
Leading up to she got the script. And that's when they all found out who did it.
Wow. I did not know that. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. Because that's what I kept telling my husband. Like, we still don't know. Usually, at least we know who shot Drew, but we didn't even know for the longest time. That's crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Do you ever argue with us? Like I yell at the TV. Do you yell at us whenever you're listening to the podcast?
We've never asked anyone that. Oh my gosh.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Sometimes if you guys are like trying to figure out who it was that did something and you can't quite get it, then maybe that's what I'm like, it was this person or whatever.
Right.
Yes.
That's when I yell at myself in the car when I'm listening to it because I'm like, oh, wait,
I was going to say the right answer to that was, come on, Shannon. Amanda is obviously right. What are you talking about? Come on.
Who had the most right predictions last year, though?
I know.
Oh. So speaking of predictions, what about this whole thing with Carly and Brennan on Friday?
Oh,
I definitely think that Valentine escaped. I don't think he's going to find out that it's Valentine just yet. I think we need to wait on that for a little bit longer. It would just be too easy if he was in the closet and Brennan opened the door or whatever.
Right.
I agree.
So Emily has a prediction on this.
I know it's not. I shouldn't take credit. It's not my prediction. I saw something online, but someone said that they think that it could be Brick posing as sleeping with Carly.
Oh,
he had just left Jordan's room and would go visit Carly. So like it could have been some kind of setup because why would Joss have told Brennan about Carly being with someone else?
Right.
It almost feels like a setup between Valentine, Carly, and Joss.
Oh, I would love that.
And maybe Brick is
love
going to be
that.
Yeah.
Because if she really turned in her mom, like they're not going to come back from that for a while when Carly finds that out because Joss although this goes to what we always say, like Joss is so young and yes, they've had young WSB, but she also has a level of immaturity that she did that more out of the way that I watched it was she did that out of spite. She doesn't like Valentine. She wants to hurt Brennan. She wants to get Valentine out of her mom's house. There's how you do it, forgetting the fact that this would also put mom in jail.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's the weird part about it. Or just put her in general.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. It seems weird that she would do that.
And Joss had stated that, if they did find out that Valentine was there, that she was aiding and abetting him, then she would definitely go to jail.
Right.
She would go to prison for treason, what have you. So I can't imagine that she's forgotten she said that, but I don't know. I kind of like the setup thing. I kind of think that because when Valentine and Carly were together and she said, I'm scared. And he said, so am I. Like, what was that? Like, do you remember she said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the whole setup. I mean, and she's, I don't.
I love that.
Yeah.
Some little things.
They knew something was coming and they're just not sure how it's going to play out, but they know what they're putting into motion. Ooh.
Yes. Exactly.
Maybe Brick is or is not involved. I don't know, but I think it would be kind of fun to include him. I always want him in a larger.
Yes, me too. I love Brick so much. That would be amazing.
He's so sulky, like kind of slimy a little bit. But I just love him. He's so great. Like just the way he looks at Jordan, like he could just like eat her up.
Right, exactly. It's so funny. Every time that he's on, my fiance loves him like as his sports personality. And he's like, I can't believe how reserved he is on the show. Like he just says his lines and is very calm and collected. I guess with his sports stuff, he's very animated and loud. And I'm like, well, that's just not Brick. Okay. Brick here is very together. He knows what he's saying. There's no emotion behind it. He has himself under control.
And I almost feel like his pickup lines, like they're not, I don't think he's really serious with his pickup lines. I almost feel like they're dad joke pickup lines. Like he knows that he is being overly cheesy and ridiculous with them, but he still does them, just to get the smile out of like whenever he invited Jordan or whatever to the, I mean, if she had said yes, I think he would have gone. But like the way he flirts with Carly, even when she was married to Sonny, But would Brick help Valentine, or do you think that he would just trust Carly without finding out who the other person was that he was helping?
That's the only reason why I think he could have been involved, just because I know that he would do anything for Carly.
Yeah. And I think he would do it. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe he doesn't know that Valentine would be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. It'll be exciting.
Joss had told him if she was involved with it.
True. Yeah, because remember, Brick went to her and knows that she's in the WSB too, right?
Who's that?
I think Brick knows about Joss. Or had his suspicions, maybe. She went to him for something.
For the power grid, because that's a normal thing to be talking about.
Sure. I thought he got his suspicions for that, or maybe I thought he should have suspicions from that, since it's not a normal thing to be talking about.
Right. How would you think
saw him
power grid down?
I think that we saw him think about her when he found out that only Spoon Island lost power for a long time. But I could be imagining that.
It would make sense if Jason would have told him just to make sure that she was protected.
That could be.
But Jason's also mostly good at, I mean, he didn't tell Carly.
Right.
Yeah, but Brick's like in a business sense.
True.
And why did Britt think it was okay to tell Nathan Cassius?
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously? Come on.
Oh, yeah. So that's something that we got a cliffhanger on, too. What's going to happen to Joss in
I
general.
yell at the TV about that one.
Me too.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not that stupid, though, too. Like, she knows her family tree. Okay, so is Faison dead or alive? What are your takes?
Oh, geez.
Real quick.
I don't think he's alive.
I
don't think he's alive either.
I think it would be fun if he was, but I think that Cullum is like posing as Faison.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like Britt knows her family tree. She knows that if Cassie, because like we're assumed, like, well, Amanda and I assumed that Faison had something to do with raising him. So he would have more of that influence. He would have, if he had no problem killing his kids, he's not going to care about killing a random 20-something-year-old girl that's trying to get in his way.
Right.
Like Cassius could have that influence on him. And he even said whenever, with Britt, he said, like, I rescued you to, help save you, but now you're so unappreciative. Maybe I should just like let you die or let your disease take over. And I believed him. Like, I believed that he actually would have. It wasn't just whenever you say something that you shouldn't say to your sibling, it was, he'd really do it.
Right. Right. I don't know why she would think that it would be safe to tell him.
No. And looks like it's not, because he went to see her. So.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. And does Liesl not know she had twins? What happened there?
That's another one of those new problems on GH, because we had that with Nina and now we have it with Obrecht. Like, I just had no idea I delivered 2 babies that day.
Right.
Well, I don't know if you listened to this week's recap. We talked about how, like, when Liesl hugged him, it looked like she was hugging that son for the first time last week. But then nothing she said led us to believe, because she said, my son. But was it more she was just coming off of that argument with Joss, and so she was just thankful that he was back? Again, no questions asked. Her, of all people, though, would be asking questions, I feel.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think she may have suspicions.
That's what I thought, too, the way that she hugged him, because of what Joss brought up. I felt like she went into her interaction with him as a little suspicious, or like looking for something to confirm or deny in one way or the other.
Yeah, because right after she talked to Joss, she called him over for like a meeting or whatever to come see her. And she was just asking kind of like, she was talking to him kind of strangely, I thought. And then right when she hugged him and she said, my son, she didn't, it's just, yeah, it was kind of weird. So I think she might have suspicions, and maybe she knows that Cassius was, there alive, but he went with Faison and she didn't have anything to do with him, I guess. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see all of these, what really happens.
I'm ready for something to happen. I feel like we've been dragging a lot of things out for a long time, and I'm ready for something, anything at this point.
Is it possible that, so if we're assuming that Joss, Harley, and Valentine might have roped in Brick somehow, do you think that they could have also been setting up Cassius? And so like Brick's bouncing from Greystone Manor to Joss, and he's going to jump in and save her. Like, what if they're trying to get Brennan and him at the same time?
Oh, I could see Brick saving Joss. That makes sense.
Yeah. He got a text and said he had to go.
Yes.
Who would that have been?
We're figuring it all out.
I know.
Okay, so we are recording this on May 4th, 2026. So this isn't going to come out until the 14th.
Oh.
So I look forward to finding out whatever we got right.
We'll probably know. Here's our predictions. We'll probably know by then.
Exactly.
By then.
Well,
we'll know.
Who knows sometimes. So we might know this time next year.
Right.
Some of these.
Right. I'm trying to think of another storyline they're dragging out right now.
Willow and Drew and who shot who, and it's like who shot JR almost.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I just am ready for all of those things something exciting to happen there.
Mm-hmm. Have we talked about Willow's eye makeup?
No.
Her evil eye makeup she's wearing?
Her and Nina both.
Yeah.
I have not noticed. I've noticed that she's obviously dressing differently for the Congresswoman and not a nurse. So
yeah.
Oh, it's
she started wearing evil eye makeup. She's got like the wings now. And Nina started doing the wings right as Willow brought her into the Drew thing.
Yes.
I haven't noticed.
She had it down here also. She had them it was quite evil looking.
I'll have to check out Nina's. I haven't noticed Nina. I did notice Willow and was like, what is she doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was definitely
going to have to. So what are your thoughts on baby Phoebe?
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Well, I have two thoughts. One of them, so Ethan. Mm-hmm. Ethan could be the dad of Phoebe, but then I think Delilah was running from him, not him, but whoever the dad is, she was running from. And I don't know, unless Ethan is really changed a lot, I can't imagine she would be running from him, escaping. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I'm thinking is something to do with Donna Day.
Oh,
that might be too obvious, though.
Why do you think it's obvious?
I think that would be I don't know. That would be kind of like too obvious. I don't know. Because that's what happens in Donna Day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. People run because they are, and that's why they can't find anybody. And maybe Ethan became part of something like that. And I don't have a read on Ethan yet as far as what he is doing there, because something's up, of course, because he said, whoever he was on the phone with, I'm right where I need to be, when he left Lulu's house that day. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm right where I need to be. And so something's going on there, but I can't figure out. I haven't, like I said, figured it out yet. But it's either him.
Considered Dawn of Day making a comeback.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought Shiloh for a minute there.
What's that?
We thought maybe Shiloh for a minute was coming back, but maybe this is the way of bringing it back around to that. I don't know.
Did they ever find Shiloh's body?
I don't think so. Wait.
They pull it out of the lake?
I don't think so.
No?
Even if they did.
Right. Faison's family brought him back to life. It's fine.
Somebody was just waiting there to pull him out, just in case Sam hit him in the back with a flare gun.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it great? They are so far-fetched, but they're so wonderful. It's just great.
Even the predictions become far-fetched, but then a lot of the times they do come true.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary though sometimes how it's really only one step away from reality on a lot of these things. Or you can actually see this happening, I watch a lot of true crime and I'm like, this is why this makes sense to me.
Definitely some parallels. Yes.
I'd like to see Spencer come
Ethan
back.
would be in the cult though.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a cult kind of guy. Maybe he's just there to kill Sidwell. I don't know, because Sidwell, threatened his mother and what's her name? Sorry.
It's too simple.
The one with the baby, with Daisy.
Sasha.
Thank you. Yes. Try to kill her too. So
And
maybe.
Lucky.
And Lucky.
Yeah. I'm sad that Lucky's gone. I like Lucky. Oh, so let me ask you guys, what is the saddest thing you've ever seen on GH?
Lucky leaving Liz last year. No. Although I was watching it on the way home from vacation and they thought that someone died because I was just a mess. All right, Amanda, I'm going to let you answer that one first.
That's easy. Whenever Stone passed away.
Oh, yeah.
That was just, it was played beautifully. Those are some of my favorite scenes. But at the same time, even back then, I remember like understanding the depth of all of it and crying and being like, oh man, like when he lost his sight and like towards the end, that was heartbreaking.
It was. That was very sad. Emily, what's your saddest? I'm just asking questions.
I know.
I love it.
Well, it's because I want to know what yours is too, but I don't know. I feel like it's any time one of my characters goes off the show or gets killed off the show. Like, more recently, even Jason going off the show, I wouldn't call that the saddest moment, but I don't want Jason to be not on the show ever. And then like when Sam went off the show, I don't think I knew that was coming. So especially when I don't know, I didn't see a spoiler that they were leaving or you didn't tell me, then I really take those hard.
Yeah.
I think my first instinct went to BJ, but I wasn't watching when that happened. I have watched the storyline and that same thing with Stone. And it's not really sad because it had to happen, but I think that Bobby's funeral, that was just probably one of the ones that I cried the most at and continue to cry at as we talk about it or rewatch it, just because, she's gone, and I think that's the hardest. I am not looking forward to Robert.
No,
right. I think they did a decent job at fixing Anthony Geary. Like, I think that was the best that they really could have done was thank goodness Lulu was in the coma and missed Dad's funeral, so they did like the little walk down memory lane a little bit, but yeah.
Interested to see what they'll do with Robert for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking about that this morning in the shower. I don't know. These are the things we think about in our alone time. My saddest, I think, there have been many sad moments, and all of those that you guys mentioned are definitely sad. But I think the one that got me the most, and this is because it reminded me of my dad, was when Alan had a heart attack. When the Metro Court, was taken over, the hostage situation with Jerry Jackson, all that, and they let Alan go, and Alan had came out of the entrance, and he was having the heart attack. That did me in right there. That was definitely my one that I will always remember, that because it did remind me of my dad.
Yeah.
So
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sad.
Luke leaving happened 4 days after my Grammy passed away in 2015. And that's one that I think because I connect it to, the same time, because it was like the first storyline I couldn't talk to her about. Yeah, this really happens all the time. So
my grandma's been gone for over 20 years and it still happens to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it takes a long time.
Mm-hmm. Probably forever.
Especially whenever you shared something that you love or like you see something that really mirrors and reminds.
Yeah. And not only General Hospital for me with my grandmother, but also Kung Fu movies. Those were our things to watch on Sunday mornings, man. We would watch Kung Fu movies all the time. So it was, we had our little things that we used to do.
Oh.
Do you have
I don't think I've ever watched a Kung Fu movie.
Oh. They were the ridiculous ones back then that were like, they're dubbed, so the voices were off, and yeah.
Do you have any specific storylines that you remember watching with Norm?
Oh, Luke and Laura's wedding. Obviously, that was. Everybody watched that, and so that was probably the biggest one that I recall. That whole thing. Even when Laura and Scott got married, and then she went off with Luke. That whole thing, that was pretty exciting too. Anytime they were in Wyndham's department store and they were dancing, that was that was some of my favorite ones. It was like such a fantasy, and I was younger, so I just thought it was the coolest thing. Those are the ones that I remember with her. And then when I didn't watch this one with her, but I was working at the time. This was it had to be 1983. And it was when Laura came back after she was kidnapped by the Cassidines, and she had Nicholas, but she didn't have Nicholas with her. She left him behind. And Luke I think he was just like, got to be the mayor or something of Port Charles. And he was at the mayor's mansion. He was on the balcony, and Laura came in. Now, we didn't have a TV to watch it on where I was working, but I worked at AT&T. We were all gathered around the radio listening to it. And it was like, we were just cheering, just all these people, just men and women alike in the office. We were just cheering because he saw Laura and he screams her name, and it was just sent chills down our spine. It was great. It was a great time to be alive.
I love that.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
You knew when she came back in 83 that she had a kid at the Cassidine, like with the Cassidines while she was kidnapped?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
No, you had the exact same question I did. I was like, what? I thought it was a total surprise whenever they had to track down Nicholas for Lulu.
Yeah. But
you knew this when she came back. I didn't know that. I thought it was the surprise kid.
Well, it was like she had you knew she had a child. I didn't know it was Nicholas. I say that now, but
right. Yeah, like we didn't have a name, but you knew.
That was it. Yeah, that was it.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And she left me just because, that was with Stavros. Stavros? Yeah. Stavros.
We go back and forth because we know there was the Stavros Stefan back and forth all the time. I think we ended on Stavros.
Stavros is Nicholas's dad, for sure. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, me neither. My mind is blown.
And my mind is not what it used to be. So it's very possible that wasn't, maybe I'm just remembering that way. So you might want to look into that.
Yeah.
Because I do remember the time that Lulu was a baby and she needed the transplant, and she had really dark hair too. That little girl that played her had dark hair.
Yep. So I remember when Lucky came on, that was one of the things that my mom was like, he would have been born before they even got married, and she wasn't pregnant, and blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but. But then also, because then technically also, Nicholas would have been also before they got married. And it's just like one of those things, but yeah.
Yeah, because
I had no idea.
She thought Luke was dead.
That was the avalanche.
Helena told her that Luke was dead, and that's why she was okay with, well, not that she was okay, but marrying Stavros. But that's what I remember of that. Did you ever see the one where Lucky dies in the fire?
Yeah.
How surprised were you that when he was alive?
Yeah.
That was back in the day when there were no predictions and all that kind of stuff. But how exciting was that?
And I thought that was
being held by Faison.
Right. I thought that was crazy because I remember thinking back then, because they had ID'd the body and he had the necklace or whatever from Liz, that I was like, oh no, he really is dead. Like that's going to be the end of it. And then once they showed us, no, he wasn't. I was like, oh, I thought once you ID'd a body, that was it. Like I wasn't thinking of soap world.
Now we know.
Right.
So Amanda, was that your first one that you were like surprised that they weren't dead?
I think so. I think it's probably just because I liked Lucky the best. He was close to our age and whatever, you identify with those characters. So I was like, shocked that I knew they could do crazy things on soaps because they've been doing that forever. But that was the first storyline that really I was caring about that impacted me. Like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, because then
I was
also
shocked.
he was with Liz at that time. So you're also looking at it that way, like, oh no, she just lost her boyfriend and she
Right.
blamed herself because she gave him the candle.
Yeah.
That one was before my time. Mhm.
Was it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was shocked when he was alive. I did not see that coming. So it was a good thing. I think there was cheering going on. I'm sure I was jumping up and down or something.
So you've been watching for a very, very, very long time. Like, what has been the biggest surprise in all that time that you can think of?
The biggest surprise. I would have to say that's it. That was one of the biggest surprise. Yeah, because they didn't do a whole lot, not like that. We did, like I said, we didn't have the predictions. You couldn't go online and look up and say, oh, well, this, this could happen, that could happen. It was more of a like, okay, he's dead. Oh my gosh. Like, it was heart wrenching because I too love Lucky. It was heart wrenching. And then all of a sudden, that was like on Monday. On Friday, you see him, he's like trying to saw through the thing and you hear it and you look and there he is. And it's like, what? Like, it was just so exciting that he wasn't dead. Just super exciting.
And it wasn't a recast.
No.
Because that was right before Jonathan Jackson did wind up leaving for the first time. But at that time, it was not a recast. So that was nice.
Yeah.
So do you remember when Laura was recast as Jeannie with Jeannie Francis?
With who?
Jeannie Francis's recast of Laura.
Oh, yeah. Like the very early on. No, I can't. I don't remember it.
I've never thought about how that was received because also Monica was recast also.
Yeah. Yeah. But with Laura, I did not. I don't remember the first Laura. She's always been,
I don't know if anyone does.
Jeannie Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is Laura.
Yeah. And always will be.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Sunny will always be Sunny.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Who do you think is like not able to be recast? Like, in your opinion, who, other than when the actors pass away in real life?
Even then, I don't know that they can be recast then.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they should ever recast somebody that actually dies in real life.
I also
like
don't
Brando can never come back.
Yeah. Yeah. I also don't like when they recast literally anyone.
Yeah.
It just isn't right. And it takes me a really long time to get used to them. And so I don't think I like anybody.
I do like the Michael recast.
I agree.
He has done well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of just slid into that and made himself at home and like he's always been there, which is kind of nice. Yeah. And the Carly recast, I mean, she's done a great job with it.
Well, that's what I was going to say is like, she's Carly to me, because obviously I've had her for the longest, but I know she's not like the OG Carly. And so I don't know that I would want her recast again, though. It just wouldn't work. You can't do it again.
Yeah.
Unless it was Sarah Joy Brown.
Right.
Now, see, isn't that the one that was Claudia?
No.
Yes.
Oh. No.
Yeah. Sarah Joy Brown was Claudia Sakara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah.
she's Claudia to me.
Yes.
Because I've always known Carly to be Laura Wright.
Tamara Braun was.
Right. So that's what I was thinking of. And I was like, no, that was Kim.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Oscar's mom.
Right.
Right. Well, I think the distance between like Sarah Joy Brown and Laura Wright is very far to two totally different people.
Mm-hmm.
But Tamara Braun and Laura Wright are more like closer together. And then there was somebody else in between there. It was only on there for a minute, and I didn't care for her. She was not right.
No.
Right for the part.
No one did. That's why she did not last. What's Jennifer something?
Yeah, something like that. I haven't seen her on anything else other than that. But she wasn't very. She wasn't Carly for sure.
Mm-hmm. Not the right fit.
I just feel bad whenever that happens, though, because they're probably great actors, but just not as that person.
Right. Yeah. And it all depends on what the fans, say too. If they're like people writing in and complaining like this is not the person for this, so I guess they listen. They do listen sometimes. But I don't think they could ever recast Sunny.
No.
No way. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No. I would like to see, I think you were saying before Spencer. I would like to see Spencer come back, not recast, prefer.
Right.
And I would like to see Sam come back someday. I'm going to hold out hope for both of them for a little while at least.
Yeah.
Jason, of course, because he's supposed to come back.
He's coming back. He's just on a break. Yeah.
Yeah. He's come back in the summer, they said, in June, I think.
Yeah.
We don't have that much longer to wait for him to come back. So
Right.
I don't think he's crashing through a skylight and he did do it though.
I really don't know why they even announced that he was taking this break, because I feel like, I mean, Laura does this all the time. You know, we go a couple months without, that's what Anna's doing right now. You know, it happens, you know, that people are gone for a couple months and then they come back and we don't necessarily, although I guess maybe for him, because he has left and come back a few times, maybe to have the reassurance that he will be coming back, not
Have to keep us in the know.
somebody else. Yeah. Okay.
There would have been an uprising.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
I feel like we'll get Spencer back eventually because they're going to have to do a paternity test on Ace. Something's going to happen. Maybe he'll have the same kind of issues like Lulu needed the bone marrow or whatever. Something's going to happen that they're going to have to figure out that Spencer's the dad, not Nicholas.
But Nicholas is the dad.
I don't think that Nicholas is the dad.
Oh, I do.
I don't.
I hope they bring him back just for that storyline too.
Yeah, I like that storyline.
I like it. Or, I mean, I really loved, obviously, I liked Spencer and Trina together too. See that.
Yeah.
Back. Kai's fine, but it's not quite.
I agree. Yeah, he's fine, but he doesn't have the same spark that Spencer had with her.
Yeah,
Right. Spencer's a cutie too. Not bad
Mhm.
Would you be okay with Nicholas Bechtel coming back instead of Nicholas Chavez?
I can't see that. It's just he's still a little boy.
I think too, because I'm like, no, you're still the little boy that's the phantom of the whatever, you know?
I like keeping that separate.
Yeah. I just don't, I can't imagine. Even if he's older, it still just seems like it would be like bringing the original, what was his name? Dylan, whatever is Michael, the original Michael. The red
Yep. Dylan Cash, the little redhead. First of all, we're going to put him back to being a redhead.
It wouldn't seem right. You know, it's just,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We could go on to romances now too. Like, what's your favorite couple? You can do ever. Doesn't have to be now, but it could be now.
Go ahead, Em.
Oh, well, always Sam and Jason for me. That's my favorite. I do like Anna and Valentine together. Kind of like Valentine and Carly together, though. Weirdly.
Yeah, I'm digging the Carly and Valentine thing for sure.
Was not expecting it, but yep.
I liked.
So Sam and Jason, are you talking about like first round Sam and Jason?
Yes, not Sam and Jake Doe. Yeah.
There you go.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely original. I think that was just, as I was growing up, that was like the main couple of my time.
I would be obviously Luke and Laura, just because they had so many adventures, and I loved Monica and Alan just because they fought. They were two of the greatest fighters. Yeah.
I was going to say Emily and Nicholas.
Yeah. I also loved, and we didn't get enough screen time, I don't think, of Tracy and Luke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I really love Tracy nowadays.
I know, she's awesome.
Yes, she is. She's got great hair.
She's so gorgeous.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
What about you
I kind of
guys?
feel like they were how we're going to see Carly and Valentine. Like you would never have guessed Tracy and Luke.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see it and you're like, oh, wait, that worked.
What about you guys? What are your favorites?
I'm Lucky and Liz.
Yeah.
And also Valentine and Anna, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
You're Valentine and anyone. As long as you get to see Valentine, you don't care.
No. Oh, actually, I did like him with Nina. That's right.
You're just in love with Valentine. Admit that. And that's the end of it.
I will never deny it.
Mine was Jagger and Karen from back in the day.
Oh.
That was
A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved their story, and I was so angry when they brought the wrong Jagger back. So
Yeah, that wasn't good.
no.
It's like
Do you like Valentine
because someone's
with
been
or
gone
without?
for so long, they can do it. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
no. It's like also whenever they did Jeff Weber,
Oh,
almost everybody knows that Jeff Weber is MacGyver. Like,
yes.
you can't do that.
Right.
No. Richard Dean Anderson. He is the only Jeff Weber.
They cannot bring back Miguel and have it not be Ricky Martin.
Right.
Right.
It's like, but they did the same thing with Jackie Templeton too. They recast her, but it was not Demi Moore. And it's like people, even if you hadn't watched when they were originally on, you knew that actor got that start as that character, and then they come back and we don't get what you guys got whenever you got to watch that.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Yeah. I miss Gregory too. I really liked him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was sad.
You're reminding me of all these deaths that I cried out. I'm like, there was Mike and Gregory.
Oh, Mike. Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
because they brought Courtney back, that was even more so. And also just because that was such a good storyline and they did such a good job with it.
They did.
See, I can't remember these off of the top of my head, but then you bring them up and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's such a good one. Yes, that was such a good time. Yes.
Do you like Valentine with or without the mustache?
Okay,
Totally
I
either
like
way.
how he has it all growing in right now. Well, so my husband has, that's where, my husband is not as romantic as Valentine, and he does not speak French. We need to work on this. And I hated facial hair until my husband, but like when he was just the mustache, no. But my husband does have like the stuff here. So I think I like all the 5 o'clock shadow on Valentine, but not if he's going to just leave the mustache. I don't feel like that. We're not in the 70s anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you can't just have a mustache now, right?
I remember when Valentine first came on, he had a bigger mustache.
He
He
did.
was when he was on the island and he shot who did he shoot? That went over into the water. Oh, Nicholas.
Yeah.
He shot Nicholas. Nicholas was with Ava at that time.
Yes.
Yes, and so he shot him. He had the big old mustache. Now it's kind
That's
of
when he was Teddy, right? That was Theo,
Yes.
Theo, not Teddy.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Theo.
Yes.
Gosh, I don't remember that one.
Oh, there've been some good ones.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I mind the mustache. I think I could, yeah, either way.
No, I'm looking him up. 'Cause I don't remember when he came on what he looked like.
That's what I just did the same thing. Honestly, he looks pretty much the same as he does now.
Yeah, didn't he? His mustache was bigger. I feel like it was maybe because it was darker. Of course, he's probably gray now. So
True.
yeah, his mustache. Maybe that's what it was. It seemed very
I
dark.
think it was also fake. Like, I think that it was a fake mustache.
Oh,
Why am I remembering that? Why do I remember him removing a mustache at some point?
Oh,
sounds vaguely familiar.
yeah, it does. Now that you say that.
Or we're all having the same. Yeah, that could have happened.
We'll go with
Yeah.
it.
Got Amanda.
Emily, since you started so young, do you remember asking questions? Did you think about this now? I started young also, and I don't remember ever questioning anything that happened. But now as an adult, I'm like, why wasn't I asking? Like you had mentioned the panic room. Like, Mom, why are they locking people in panic rooms? Why are these things happening? As a child, it doesn't, resonate the same way.
Yeah, Mom, why are you letting me watch this? You would think that I would have those thoughts, but no, I never did. I think it started out as not even a fascination with the show or anything. It was just that my mom was watching it and I was there too. And so then you start to pick up on things like even my brother and my dad know certain things. My husband now knows all of the characters and storylines and what's going on. And, so I think you just like pick up things as other people are watching it. And then I'm sure it just caught my attention at some point. And I think for me now, it's the mindlessness of it. It's the drama of it. It's obviously like escaping reality. And I'm sure there was, part of that I had even back then as a kid, obviously showing up in a little bit different way. But it was just like, a different world. And that's been cool to me, I guess. And so I think with the panic room, it's just like so outrageous. And some of these storylines are so outrageous that it just really captured my attention. And then the way that it's all, everybody's, woven together, and it's just this never ending story. I love that. I don't like when things end. And so the day that it ends hopefully will be long after I'm gone, but I like how it keeps going and going and going and never actually stops. And even when my favorite characters go off the show or die or whatever it might be, luckily there's still something else that's going on to hold on to that continues to make you want to keep going, and watch it.
Yeah. I think so many shows now are just like, so everything moves very quickly. And also the shows are, you might get 6 episodes out of a show and it's done. And, of course it leaves you wanting for more, where this is just like, it's like, it's like a loyalty thing. They're going to be there, it's like old standby, like GH is always going to be there. And like you said, the day it goes off, hopefully will be long after I'm gone. Yeah, because it will be a very sad day. Yeah.
Yeah. COVID was rough because of that. I just remember it was, not having it was so sad during that time, or even when there's been, I hate when things get recorded over it and I don't get to watch for a day or two, and I'll text her and I'm like, oh, what went over this time? I've got to Google what was more important than GH today. Because there's nothing.
Always preempted.
Yeah. That's what we should call that segment. Instead of just whenever we say, like, for our annual recap, when it was preempted, what does the world think was more important than General Hospital that day?
I love that.
I'm going to change that right now.
Yeah. I love it. Because, there's nothing more important.
No, there isn't.
No.
There's so many different news stations and social media. There's so many different ways to get that information. They do not need to interrupt General Hospital.
Right.
And why is it always General Hospital?
Yeah.
Can't they do another time a day?
Even when you switch the time frame, it didn't stop it.
No, right.
No. If they put it back if they put it to 3:00, they'd still preempt it. They don't think it's important. That's why.
Right.
We'll preempt GH.
Maybe it's because it's on year round and it's not seasonal. I mean, we have a season, but it's a full year. Maybe that's why, because the other shows might have like limited time slots. Because it was Katie Couric is why they wound up switching the first time, right? That's how they got, because she wanted the 3:00 time slot. So they bumped GH down to 2, but they wouldn't interrupt Katie Couric, like her talk show, because it's a talk show. But it also wasn't live.
I don't get it. They always pick GH. Yeah, but I like to binge TV shows, and they always end, even the really, really long running ones, and GH is always there. And I'm always
like a warm blanket.
Yeah. Yes.
It's true.
Keep adding to this checklist, and it's a long scroll. Have we been preempted yet this year? Because I didn't put anything down yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a couple times.
Feels like it's been 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a few times, not too much. That's the beauty of Hulu.
Right.
Because usually you watch them on there.
Release it anyways.
Yeah. Well, if they only preempt part of it, the whole thing will be on Hulu. But if they preempt a big chunk of it, it won't. They'll say, it'll be tomorrow in its entirety or whatever. So.
But then it's still on in Canada.
Oh,
that happens a lot. Yeah, they'll still get the full episode. And so I don't know when they ever sync back up.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, that is a good question.
Because they could be ahead of us and they know what's going on already.
Right.
Yeah. Because it happened with a big storyline.
Yeah.
Like last year, there was a big storyline that it said won't show in the United States. It might have been around Drew's shooting.
I think it was.
Might have been around that time.
I think it was something with the trial or whatever, because I feel like Canada knew before us.
Yeah. They're also getting All My Children streaming on what, Amanda, I just sent it to you. What's it streaming on?
I have no idea. Sorry.
Literally last night. Hold on. Let me get it. Oh, maybe I didn't send it to you. Did I?
Me? There's a reason I don't know things. No, you did. You sent it.
Oh, no. I did. Because it's 11. It's Pluto TV in Canada is streaming All My Children.
Oh, wow. Huh. I didn't watch All My Children, but we have a few characters from All My Children on GH, so for sure.
Someday I'd love to be able to stream all of the old GH episodes.
Yes.
For that.
Yeah.
But then you'd get nothing else done, right?
Yeah.
You can't have a job, you can't have kids, you can't have anything like that if you're going to have GH available 24/7.
But it would help us with our work. So
Right.
I don't know that it would help us because I have a hard enough time going on YouTube and trying to stay focused on what we're researching because they put in all that other information. If I could watch the entire episode, I would be like, yeah, I don't have the write-up done, but I can tell you what happened the entire year of 1986 if we want to talk about that.
Right.
We would have to change our format completely with our research. It would be by year, not by its subject any longer.
Yeah.
That is true. So do you two live near each other?
No, I am in Ohio currently, and my mom is in Michigan. She's, they still live in my childhood home. So I go back and visit a lot, but I'm over in Ohio.
Yeah. She used to live around the corner.
Side?
What's that?
Are you close to the PA side?
I'm in Cleveland, on the east side.
You're only 2 hours away.
Yeah, I'm very close. Yeah. I've never been there before, but I do plan to get over there while I live in this area.
It's Pittsburgh. Is that where you are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Emily used to live around the corner from me, a mile away.
Yeah.
And she moved.
Did you move for work?
Yeah. My husband and I move. We hop around every few years or so. We just like to see different things. And my job has taken me some places. His job has taken us some places. So a little bit of a mixture.
Do it while you can.
Right?
Exactly.
Well, before you leave, we will have to connect.
Yeah.
I know
definitely.
That would be fun.
Marina Sofer said that she and Vanessa Marcel are planning to do some kind of like an animal rescue benefit or something in Pittsburgh, hopefully later this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be so cool to go to. And it's not too far.
Yeah.
No.
Isn't
a little group of people went together?
Right.
Yeah.
Shannon, isn't our other friend from Cleveland that we met up with for lunch?
I just know that she's Ohio, actually. I don't know. Oh, hey, it's August 22nd.
Oh,
we have a date.
Posted it. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Saturday, August 22nd, 5 p.m. Snap out hunger. All right, let's find out this information. When did she... Oh, wait, hold it.
That'd be fun.
When did she announce it? I don't know when she announced it, but we're going. Amanda, we're going.
Okay.
Emily, you want to come?
Calendar.
Right. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on down, Emily.
I'll definitely look into it.
Well, because I was thinking, like, if we can get enough of us, if we could get a table,
Yeah.
like if they would give us like a group rate or something.
Ooh,
That would be cool.
that would
Enjoy
be
an
very
elegant
cool.
evening featuring heavy hors d'oeuvres, drinks, desserts, and a curated auction of unique high-end items and a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Sounds fun. I love animals. It works.
And I have to go back to work. So,
Okay, I was going to say,
yes.
Yeah.
just over an hour.
yeah.
Anything real quick to wrap up or anything? I feel like we covered a lot of
I
ground.
think so.
Yeah.
We covered a lot.
We did.
This was so much fun. Thank you so much for your time and for your patience and flexibility and just everything.
Same to you both. It was so nice to meet you both in this way.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was great to meet both of you. And it's so much fun just, having other people to discuss, this. Yeah. It was really great. Love it. Thank you.
We'll let you get back to work and we will talk to you later.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you
Yes,
guys.
thank you
You
again.
too.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
I love whenever we talk to people. I love talking to anyone, but when we get to talk to people who also watch it together in real life and have that shared history and everything.
Mm-hmm. No, this was so perfect because mom started watching with grandma, which we talk about how it's multi-generational in that way. And then mom introduces it to daughter and like them literally sitting around watching it like in the kitchen, not going to the big TV so that they could sit there and have their snack together. I'm so mad I don't have that with my kids. Let me just put that out there again.
Same.
But no, it was I liked watching, which obviously you can't see it in the podcast, but I loved watching Emily's face before her mom would answer a question, where you could see that she knew what her mom was going to say, and she would just get this big smile like, oh my gosh, this is the best story, or oh my gosh, I remember us talking about this, or whatever. You could hear their relationship and their stories on top of just the GH story, which was so sweet.
Yes. I love it.
So adorable.
It is.
And we got some good information because her mom is slightly older than us, so she remembered stuff that we were still too little to know about.
Yes. Like the Nicholas thing, I'm going to have to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, because I was mind blown.
If you remember, here, save me a Google search, even though this is coming out 2 weeks later, but we all know that I could go down the rabbit hole.
Right.
If you watched around the same time that Laura came back from being kidnapped by the Cassadines and Luke saw her, did we know that she had a child when she came back then? 'Cause I always thought that it wasn't known and that Nicholas was out of nowhere.
Maybe the viewers back then knew about it, but we were surprised because they never talked about it because Lucky didn't know about it. And we were lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like age-wise, relationship-wise. So
Yeah.
when Lucky found out and was devastated, we were devastated for Lucky. But maybe the grown-ups in the room all knew.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. But yeah, I was shocked by that.
And especially where, I mean, as it happens, because, moms are older than daughters, but just hearing, much like probably why your girls aren't into it and mine's not either, they haven't found the storyline that has hooked them yet.
Right.
Yet.
That was funny whenever we were talking about the fire with Lucky, and Emily was like, I think I was too young. And her mom was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, she's like a baby. She was definitely too young. She was not around for all of that.
Yeah. So guys, we seriously love talking to the fans, other fans of GH. I mean, it's still weird to us that we have fans.
Right.
Because we just really want to talk to other people. Like we said at the end of this, it's just great to be able to connect with other people and hear their takes. And was there a question I didn't answer? Hold it. I just thought about that. No, I don't think there was.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot going on with 4 of us on there, but I think we got to everything.
Okay. I'm going to anticipate there's going to be a write-in of the prediction that she made that was kind of like the most off the wall that actually came true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that was a really difficult question to ask. Did you understand did you?
Yeah.
But exactly, I don't know how I would answer that.
Right. Right, because you make the prediction in the moment and then something happens. Like you said, it's always a working theory. It's not a concrete decision that you're going to stick with. And that's why we are always like, did we say that? I think we said that. Maybe we were talking about that. So for someone who's...
Did I just have that thought in the shower? What was it?
Exactly. So for someone that's not trying to track it, I'm sure that was a very oh, gee, I don't know what to answer kind of question.
But seriously, write in, go to the website, generalhospitalpodcast.com. There's a form for you to fill out. We are getting back to you more.
It would be fun to do a bunch over the summer, just to...
It would.
To catch up with everyone.
Yes. But yeah, join us on Monday as we recap this week's shows.
Have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the Pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to Pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review. And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at Pier54podcast@gmail.com.